Hello friends, in this session I am going to give a brief introduction about state executive, and based on state executive brief introduction, in subsequent sessions you will find an in-depth discussion about the different constitutional authorities and offices within the state executive. What I am interested in telling you that in India we have federal polity. You all are aware that within the scheme of Indian Constitution, within the framework of Indian Constitution, we opted for federal polity. So, we in India have federal polity, and within the federal polity we have two power centers. One is union and the other is states, and there is a division of power between union and states. Now, at union level we have a separate executive. We have a separate executive, and in each state also we have separate executive. Now, within union executive, right, within union executive, you have President of India, okay, and there is no need for me to tell you that President is the constitutional head of India. He is the head of union executive. All executive powers of union vested in the hands of President of India, okay. But President has to exercise these powers on aid and advice given by Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister. So, the second most important body within Union Executive is Council of Ministers, and this Council of Ministers in Union is headed by Prime Minister of India. So, on similar lines, in each state we have executive, and within a state executive the most important constitutional authority is governor. Then in each state also we have a council of ministers, and this council of ministers is headed by chief minister. So, a structure is similar. We have parliamentary form of government at union, and we have parliamentary form of government in each states. And there is no need for me to tell you that as far as governor is concerned, governor is de jure head, meaning constitutionally recognized head of the state executive. But in real terms, the executive powers, for practical terms, the executive powers are in the hand of chief minister. So, chief minister, like the prime minister in union executive, is de facto head. So, governor is titular, symbolic, but constitutional head. Constitutional head of state executive, but chief minister, who is the head of council of ministers which aid and advise governor, is de facto head, real head. For practical purpose, most of the executive powers of the states are vested in hands of chief minister. But I would like you all to remember this, that within this scheme some difference is there, because president is elected, governor is appointed, and we will see within the federal polity of India we opted for a strong center in comparison with states, and therefore by and large the provisions related with president and provisions related with governor in the state are similar. The way the president is within union executive, that is the way governor is within the state executive. But some differences, those differences we will discuss in detail in subsequent session. But I just want all of you to have a conceptual clarity that within union executive, the way prime minister is, that is the way chief minister is within the state executive. The way there is a union council of ministers, in each state also we have council of ministers, and that council of ministers is headed by chief minister of the state. So we are not going to discuss in subsequent sessions provisions which are similar for union and states, but we will discuss where provisions are different. Okay. For example, within union executive we have Attorney General of India, Attorney General of India, okay, AGI. On similar lines we have Advocate General in each state, Advocate General in each state. Okay. The way Attorney General is the first law officer of the country, Advocate General is the first law officer of the state. The way Attorney General acts as the legal advisor of Government of India, Advocate General acts as the legal advisor of state government. The way important cases against Government of India in courts to be represented by Attorney General of India, similarly important case against the particular state government is to be represented in the court by the Advocate General of that particular state. So the way we have, right, the way we have the Attorney General for Union, similarly we have Advocate General in each state. So I just want you all to have this understanding that in India we have federal polity, within federal polity a separate executive for union, a separate executive in each state. Within union executive, the most important authority is the president, the prime minister. Similarly, in each state, the two most important constitutional authorities within state executive, the governor of the state and the chief minister of that particular state. I would like you all to remember that part 5 of Union Constitution is on union. Similarly, part 6 of Indian Constitution is on the states. Okay, is on the states. And within part 5, right, within part 5, you will find Article 52 to Article 78 of Indian Constitution talks about union executive. Union executive. Similarly, right, Article 153 to Article 167 within part 6 talks about, right, talks about the state executive, the state executive. So what I am just interested in telling you that now we are going to start the discussion on the state executive, within which we will take up for discussion the most important constitutional authorities, that is the governor and the Chief Minister, but we will only talk the provisions which is different than the provisions which for Union Executive is with President and the Prime Minister. So this is a brief introduction about State Executive.